Hello everyone. From whirlwind flings with supermodels to a marriage that defined his very soul, Liam Neeson's love life has been as dramatic as the roles he plays on screen. Some romances were fleeting, others unforgettable, and one ended in a heartbreak that changed him forever. But through it all, he has remained one of Hollywood's most enduring icons. So, which love story do you think defined him the most? Stay tuned as we uncover Liam Neeson. All Girlfriends, 1980 to present. He born in Ballymena, Northern Ireland, on June 7, 1952. Liam John Neeson was the third of four children. His father, Bernard Neeson, worked as a caretaker at a Catholic boys' school, while his mother, Catherine Neeson, was a cook. His childhood was marked by simplicity, but also by the turbulence of the Troubles, the political and sectarian conflict that engulfed Northern Ireland. In the midst of this tension, young Liam found his escape in storytelling, sport, and the arts. As a teenager, he developed a passion for boxing, eventually becoming a youth champion. He once admitted that boxing gave him discipline and strength, though he didn't see it as a lifelong path. At age 11, he took part in a school play, and under those stage lights, he felt something that never left him: the thrill of performing. After working odd jobs, including as a forklift driver and truck loader, Neeson slowly began pursuing acting, performing in local theaters across Northern Ireland. It was a modest beginning, but one that paved the way for a career that would one day captivate millions. By the late 1970s, Neeson had started to make a name for himself in British theater and film. His first significant break came in 1981 with the fantasy epic Excalibur, where he played Sir Gawain. That role not only brought him attention, but also introduced him to someone who would change his life, Helen Mirren. Their connection was immediate, and soon, Neeson's personal and professional lives were intertwined in ways that would shape him for years to come. From 1980 to 1985, Neeson and Helen Mirren were not just dating, they were true partners. They lived together, and their bond was strong and genuine. Mirren later reflected on their time together, saying, "I'll love Liam until the day I die." Neeson, too, has spoken of her with the deepest admiration, recalling how smitten he was the first time he saw her in costume on the set of Excalibur. But as their careers pulled them in different directions, their relationship eventually ended. Still, the affection never faded, and both continued to respect each other greatly. Around the same period, Neeson had a passionate but short-lived fling with supermodel Janice Dickinson. The two met at a New York City event and quickly became inseparable, enjoying the nightlife and the glamour of industry gatherings. Their relationship lasted only a few months, and Dickinson later described it in her memoir as brief but memorable, happening before Neeson's ascent to Hollywood stardom. By the late 1980s, Liam Neeson was beginning to attract global recognition, and in 1988, while filming the movie Satisfaction, he met a rising young actress who would soon become one of the biggest stars in the world, Julia Roberts. At just 19 years old, Roberts was at the dawn of her career, while Neeson was 16 years her senior. Despite the age gap, their chemistry was undeniable. They even lived together for a period in Venice, California, and their romance was described as intense, though relatively short-lived. It was a relationship born out of shared ambition and attraction. But as both of their careers skyrocketed, they eventually went their separate ways. In the early 1990s, Neeson's love life continued to attract attention. He was rumored to be romantically involved with Barbra Streisand, though their relationship was kept largely private. Around the same time, he dated Brooke Shields. According to Shields' memoir, their relationship was intense despite lasting only a few months. Neeson even proposed to her twice, though in unconventional ways. One proposal came without a ring, and after their breakup, he disappeared from her life for a while. He later returned with a second proposal, which she declined. Shields sensed that Liam would move on quickly, and she was right. Neeson later admitted that he hadn't behaved well, even describing himself as a bit of a jerk during that period. Yet he always spoke of Shields with admiration, calling her a great lady. Then came the love that would define Liam Neeson's life. In 1992, he starred opposite Natasha Richardson in the Broadway play Anna Christie. Their connection was immediate and undeniable. At the time, Natasha was married to theater producer Robert Fox, but her marriage ended soon after, and she and Liam became inseparable. In July 1994, they married in a private ceremony at their home in upstate New York, surrounded by family, close friends, and colleagues. For the next 15 years, their marriage was one of the most admired in Hollywood. Together, they had two sons, Michael, born in 1995, and Daniel, born in 1996. Unlike many celebrity couples, their relationship was marked by genuine affection, mutual respect, and quiet devotion rather than constant media attention. Neeson often described Natasha as his anchor, the person who gave him balance and peace amidst the chaos of Hollywood fame. But tragedy struck in March 2009. While skiing in Quebec, Natasha suffered a fall that led to a severe brain injury. Neeson rushed to her side and later shared the most heartbreaking moment of his life, honoring their pact and removing her from life support. He recalled telling her, "Sweetie, you're not coming back from this. You've banged your head. This is it." It was a devastating loss that shook him to his core. For years afterward, Neeson admitted he lived in denial, often expecting Natasha to walk through the door at any moment. Yet, through the support of his sons and his work, he found the strength to keep moving forward. After Natasha's passing, Neeson's romantic life slowed down, though he was occasionally linked to new partners. In 2010, he was rumored to have a brief connection with Australian actress Laura Brent, best known for her role in the Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Though reports swirled, neither Brent nor Neeson confirmed the relationship. Around the same time, he dated Freya St. Johnston, a UK-based PR executive. Their relationship lasted about 2 years before ending, with reports suggesting Neeson wanted to focus on his family and career. By 2019, Neeson was seen working closely with actress Yolanda Ross on the film Absolution, where they portrayed an intense on-screen relationship. While some speculated about a romance, both clarified that their bond was strictly professional. Then, in 2025, news broke that Liam Neeson had found love once more. While working on the film The Naked Gun, he met Pamela Anderson, and what started as a light-hearted connection quickly grew into something much deeper. At first, their closeness was dismissed as Hollywood rumor, the kind of chatter that follows to famous names working on the same project. But as weeks turned into months, it became clear that this was not just gossip, it was genuine. The two were soon spotted side by side at premieres in London, Berlin, and New York, smiling and laughing in a way that told the world this was more than a publicity stunt. Anderson openly described Neeson as a perfect gentleman, while Neeson praised her warmth, personality, and work ethic. In interviews, they often played coy, jokingly dodging questions about whether they were an item. But those who knew them best confirmed the truth. Their romance was real, sincere, and steadily growing. For fans, it was heartwarming to see Neeson opening his heart again. After the devastating loss of his wife Natasha Richardson, many wondered if he would ever find companionship. And yet, here he was, showing that even after profound grief, life still has space for new beginnings. Through all of his relationships, one thing has remained constant: Neeson's unwavering devotion to his family and his career. His professional journey has been extraordinary, ranging from his Academy Award-nominated role in Schindler's List to his reinvention as an unlikely action star in Taken, to countless performances that balanced strength with vulnerability. But beyond the cameras, his personal story speaks just as loudly. This is a man who has loved fiercely, endured heartbreak, and still found the courage to keep moving forward. His romances with names like Helen Mirren, Julia Roberts, Brooke Shields, and now Pamela Anderson may capture headlines. But it is his lasting devotion to Natasha and their children that defines him most. In the end, Liam Neeson's life reminds us of a simple truth: behind every cinematic hero is a human being, shaped not just by fame, but by love, loss, and resilience. So, what's your take? Do you see Liam Neeson as the legendary actor we admire on screen, or the resilient man who continues to inspire behind the scenes? His story proves that even our heroes carry scars, yet still shine through them. If you found this journey into his life moving, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss more powerful stories from Hollywood's most unforgettable stars. Thanks for watching.